New on Bounce, this nationwide conversation about domestic violence really took off last month after TMZ leaked that now infamous video of former Baltimore Ravens player Ray Rice punching his then fiance. I want to bring in to this conversation a nonverbal communications and body language expert, Blanca Cobb, because I want to break down this Ray Rice video. I also want to break down them being at this press conference that they gave in May where they sort of were talking about this incident, because I'm really interested in your perspective on this, Blanca. So let's talk about the elevator video first. Do want to warn folks that this is graphic. WBTV chose to stop airing that punch, but we want to see it for the purposes of this interview and what Blanca is going to be pointing out. So let's roll this video, and Blanca, walk us through it as it plays.
He comes over, see how he hits her, and she walks towards him, and then he just slugs her. But notice is he even takes a couple of seconds before he even bends down, and all he wants to do is pick her up to take her out of the elevator. Not one time does he check her pulse, check her head, check her body to see if she's okay. We see a bystander come up to rub her back to see how she's feeling, and then he stands several feet away, and his hands are stuffed in his pockets. He's more concerned about her shoe. He picks up her shoe than he takes care of her body.
So what are the conclusions that you draw from this video?
Well, we're looking at a very angry man, a man who cannot, or who chose at this moment in time not to have any self-control or to show any care or warmth towards his then fiance.
I mean, this is a woman that he's
supposed to love. When you commit to somebody and you're going to pledge the rest of your life, it's only natural to assume that this is the most important person in your life whom you love more than life itself. He did not demonstrate this by his actions. I
want to get to this press conference video because I feel like your perspective is going to be really interesting. Let's roll that. Blanca, tell me what you're noticing right off the bat.
As soon as I see this video, I see two unhappy people. What are they, like 3 or 4 feet apart? This is not showing a united front. When couples, they come out in a press conference and they want to let the world know we have put this behind us, we're moving forward, that's when they get close together. That's where you see some physical closeness, and this is what we're missing. He has his shoulder slumped. He's talking. This is a regular press conference. She's very upset. You can tell. She's not smiling. Her lips are twitching. She's biting her lips. She's clasping her hands, or sometimes that she's rubbing her leg. That's what we call a pacifier or manipulator. It's when one part of your body rubs another part to help you feel better, to help you calm down. You know, like moms do when kids get hurt. Honey, it's okay. It's going to be okay.
So that's what she was doing.
That's what she's doing.
We're also going to listen to a few different sound bites from this news conference. Let's roll the first one.
And a lot of time to reflect on, a lot of things. And, I usually prepare my speeches just coming off the top. But during the time I had a chance to jot a lot of things down. And
so he's smiling, he's laughing. This is how I prepare my speeches, as he's flipping through his phone. This isn't supposed to be a speech, in my opinion. It's supposed to be a heartfelt apology, where he's apologizing to his wife and the rest of the world for his inappropriate, violent behavior, that he should be accepting responsibility, promising he's never going to do it again, and what he's going to do to avoid it happening again. And this is what I did not hear one word about it.
Let's roll the next soundbite here, folks.
I just want to first off apologize to, Steve Bisciotti, Ozzie Newsome, and Coach Harbaugh. And also want to apologize to my fans, to the kids, to everyone who was affected, by this situation.
Your response to this, Blanca?
Hello? He's apologizing to the whole world minus his wife, and she is right beside him. And you'll notice how she looks down. She still has her hands clasped. Sometimes they're balled into fist. You see some tension in her face and her jaw. He needs to apologize to her. This isn't a PR. Perhaps it's a PR stunt for him. However, it just doesn't sound like it's sincere. He's not addressing his inappropriate behavior to his wife. He needs to make it right with her first, because when he makes it right with her first, then the rest of us, the rest of this world, the world are like, okay, he gets it. And he's not showing that.
Another piece of sound from this press conference.
Sometimes in life, you will fail, but I won't call myself a failure. Failure is not getting knocked down, it's not getting up.
See how she moves when he talks about that he's not a failure? Normally she's pretty still. This time she's moving side to side. She's still playing with her lips, biting her lips. This indicates to me she's not buying it. I do believe that she does see his behavior as a failure.
And I believe we have one final soundbite.
As our family sit here today, you know, we want to just thank you for encouraging us. Mom, thank you. Mr. Palmer, my father I never had, thank you.
He's getting emotional about talking about his mother and this man who I believe he says is his father role model. You'll notice that Janae looks down. It's not like she's agreeing with him. It's not like she's giving him her attention. So that sends an indication to me that I'm not sure she's buying it. But my question is, why is he so emotional about his mom and this other fellow instead of what he did? I mean, his wife could have died. She could have suffered brain damage. She really could have been hurt. And we're not hearing any type of apology or remorse directed towards his wife.
We do have one more piece of sound that I want you to weigh in on. Here we go.
I am happy that we continue to work through it together, and we are continuing to strengthen our relationship and our marriage.
Okay, she says that she's happy. There's nothing about her body language with the slumped shoulders. There's this flat affect. You don't hear it in her voice. You'll notice at the same time as she's saying that we're happy, what Ray's doing, he's doing this. You start playing with your lips, you're not liking what you're hearing, or you're not believing what's being said. I do not believe that they are in a place where they are happy right now.
So, based on all of this, the elevator video, the news conference, what is perhaps, you know, your final conclusion when it comes to body language and nonverbal communication?
There is a mismatch in what's being said and what's being shown. And what happens is when there's an incongruency in what you say versus what you show in your body language, people are going to believe your body language. They're not going to believe your words any more than if I were to come in here and say, it's great to be here. I'm glad to be here. Are you going to buy that? No. When I come in here and say, I'm so excited to be a guest tonight, thank you for inviting me, you're going to believe that because my actions and my words match. And that is definitely what is missing in that press conference.
Blanca Cobb, you can learn much more about body language and nonverbal communications. Just log on to truthblazer.com. That's the company that she is the CEO of. I neglected to mention that at the beginning. Also, BlancaCobb.com. You can also find her on Facebook and Twitter. You see the handles there. And reach her by phone, 336-505-8740. Blanca, thank you so much.
Thank you
we
for
have
having
seen
me.
this press conference. We have seen this video before, but you really have us looking at it in a whole new light. So we appreciate you taking the time to bring your expertise to this very important issue.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Delano.